Hey fam, how's it going? Speed Duel Bro here, and in today's video we have BUBBLEMAN'S Power. Let's go. For the skill card we have Heroes Unite Fusion, which is pretty standard in all the elemental hero builds. And then for the monster lineup we have 3 elemental hero Bubbleman, 1 elemental hero Avian, and 3 goddess with the third eye. For spells we have 1 reinforcement of the army, 2 a hero lives, 3 Night Beam, and 1 Polymerization. And then on to traps, we have 2 Nightmare Wheel, 3 Floodgate Trap Hole, and 3 Widespread Ruin. And for the extra deck, we've got 2 Elemental Hero Mariner, 1 Tempest, 1 Steam Healer, 1 Flame Wingman, and 1 Wild Wingman. How to win / strategies. Now before we go over the game plan fam, I want us to review just one card, and it is Elemental Hero Mariner. It reads, must be fusion summoned. While you have any set card or cards in your spell and trap zone, this card can attack your opponent directly. So as you can see fam, this is going to be another simple strategy. It's going to revolve around Mariner being able to connect to the opponent's life points directly. And the key thing to remember here is that if we can get 3 straight attacks in with Mariner, we've won the game fam, because 1400 times 3, if my math is right, is 4200. But as you can see, this is the strategy right here. We summon Elemental Hero Mariner, and then we protect Mariner the best we can so that Mariner can attack the opponent directly. And remember, 3 is a magic number. 3 straight attacks, we win. And I know that some of you may be thinking, oh, Speed Duel bro, BUBBLEMAN'S power is kinda lame. Well fam, go talk to Konami about it then. Much like life, this is the cards that Konami dealt us, so we just gotta play with it. But I know that there's an audience for Mariner, so whoever is a fan of Elemental Hero Mariner, this one's for you. Card analysis. The skill card Heroes Unite Fusion. As you all know, this is just the elemental hero version of Fusion Party. But we have the additional ability that if we control 2 of the elemental hero materials, we can use the other materials from the deck. So this is where Tempest comes in. But yeah, Heroes Unite Fusion, the better version of Fusion Party for elemental heroes. And then we played the 3 elemental hero Bubbleman, which I feel like it's obvious fam. He's the core of this deck, and we want to be able to showcase his power, which is fusion summoning into elemental hero Mariner. And honestly, I think the only thing that's missing in my opinion is elemental hero Mudball Man. That way we have a solid wall of defense. But hey, what can you do? Konami gave us Mariner, so we're gonna rock with Mariner. And then we played the 1 elemental hero Avian, which I kind of feel like this is obligatory because the focus is Mariner. And with Avian being in the deck, it gives us access to Tempest, to Flame Wingman, and to Wild Wingman. And yes fam, I know that we can play Sparkman instead, which would even give us the more optimal fusion monsters. But again, the focus is elemental hero Mariner. And plus, Sparkman and his fusion counterparts, they already got enough spotlight, okay? Give the floor to someone else this time around. And then we play the 3 Goddess with the Third Eye, which just gives us more flexibility and versatility in terms of summoning fusion monsters. And then we play the 1 Rhoda and the 2 A Hero Lives. Now, I felt like this was the right ratio for me, but it's totally up to you if you want to play 3 A Hero Lives and a Rhoda. I just felt like in my playtesting, though, that paying half my life points was so costly. But I would understand if a person wanted to do 3 A Hero Lives and a Rhoda, because opening up with a hero monster is just that important. Because the sad thing about this deck is that we're not running good standalone monsters. So we need to get to our fusion monsters because they're the stronger monsters in this deck. So yeah fam, just go with whatever you feels right for you. I'm just here to provide the blueprint or the main framework for the deck idea, alright? And then we're playing the 3 Night Beam. This is to help clear the opponent's back row so that Elemental Hero Mariner can attack the opponent directly worry-free. Because honestly, that's the only thing that's going to stop us, is the opponent's back row. And then as for the opponent's monsters, well, our own back row should be able to handle whatever the opponent throws at us. And then we play the one copy of Polymerization because we want to be able to fusion summon twice, not just once. And then I decided to go with this lineup of traps because I felt like these are the best traps that accompany BUBBLEMAN'S power. Nightmare Reel to keep the opponent's monster in place and they lose life point damage, so that will put more pressure on the opponent when Mariner gets that attack in, right? And then we play the 3 floodgate trap hole so that we just shut down the opponent's monster permanently. So if we're really lucky, the opponent's monster is just going to be a sitting duck the whole game. So in a way, it's kind of like clogging up their monster field. And then we're playing the 3 widespread ruin. Now, the reason why I went with widespread ruin is because remember how I said that we're not running great standalone monsters? Well, that's why I would rather have a trap card that deals with the opponent's monster immediately. You could try running Wall of Disruption, but even then, our monsters just aren't strong enough to benefit greatly from Wall of Disruption. So that's why I felt like Widespread Ruin is the right trap for the job this time around. And then as for the extra deck, this is very self-explanatory. You got the 2 Elemental Hero Mariner because he's the star of the deck along with BUBBLEMAN. And then you've got Tempest because we actually can go into Tempest if we have BUBBLEMAN and Avian out on the field. Then we can use Goddess with the 3rd Eye from the deck. Just correct me if I'm wrong with that play. And then we have Steam Healer. Who knows? Maybe Steam Healer might heal our life points from a hero lives. And then we play the Flame Wingman and the Wild Wingman. These are Avian's counterparts. It's always good to have options, right fam? But now it's time for the moment of truth, fam. Where does this deck rank on the power scale? In my humble opinion, this deck is casual. Now, the reason why I say it's casual, fam, is because remember earlier I said that in this deck, our monsters are not great standalone monsters. So if we don't open up right, we might be in for a rough time. Now, thankfully, we've got a healthy lineup of back row of trap cards in this deck, so we should be able to hold off the opponent until we can make our push. But let's keep it real, fam. You know, BUBBLEMAN at 800 attack, Avian at 1000 attack, and Goddess with the 3rd Eye at 1200. Let's keep it real. We're not going to be running over anything. And not only that, with Elemental Hero Mariner, even though we can attack directly and we just need to attack directly 3 times, that's going to be easier said than done, fam. But the great thing though is that since we're able to apply that immense offensive pressure on the opponent, we're going to keep the opponent on their toes. Like, we're going to force the opponent to play their best responses or their best cards, because if they don't deal with Mariner in 3 turns, they lose. So there's that aspect to it. But fam, don't let those aspects deter you from playing this deck, because the deck's been built in a way that you should be able to open up pretty healthy, whether we're able to fusion summon a fusion hero monster first turn or not. And I do understand that there's a certain thrill or a certain appeal when you're able to summon a monster that can attack directly, and with Mariner being at 1400 attack, that's still pretty dangerous. So meaning it's like you're making the clock tick for your opponent. If they don't do anything about it, it's over for them in 3 turns. So I really do understand that certain thrill or that certain appeal. And that's the purpose of this deck. Put the life point pressure on the opponent. And all things considered, 3 turns is all you need to win the duel. That's not bad. So all you gotta do is just summon Mariner and hope for the best. But just as a reminder, fam, with my casual decks, don't expect too much from it. Just have fun with it, alright? So there you go, fam. That's the deck. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please feel free to hit the like button because it helps me out a lot. And if you haven't already subscribed to me, your Speed Duel bro, you're more than welcome to subscribe, because 2 things. 1, I always play to win, and I'll teach you how to win. And 2, if you love speed duels, I'm sure you'll love me too, your Speed Duel bro. Alright fam, that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace